Hi, this is Bill Hawkins, and thanks for joining us for this fraud alert. Jury duty is something that not a lot of people want to do, but scammers have found a way to use it as a means of taking your money and putting it in their pocket. We're joined today by Bob Negro. Bob is a volunteer with the AARP Fraud Watch Network. Bob, scams with jury duty, how does this work?
Well, unfortunately, Bill, the jury duty scam is a tried and trusted tool that's been used by scammers for a long time. Here's how it works, Bill. The victim gets an unsolicited email, text, or telephone call from an individual who claims to be a deputy sheriff looking to track down people who have failed to show up for jury duty. This fake deputy sheriff will try to convince you that a judge has issued a bench warrant commanding your arrest on charges of contempt of court. At this point, if the scammer's done a good job, he's going to have you convinced that armed deputies are about to break down your door and take you into custody. Well, don't worry, because the scam that this fake deputy is going to portray to you includes an offer of a way for you to get out of being arrested. The scammer is going to explain that if you're willing to pay a fine, then he can cancel the warrant and you'll remain free. But don't think you can solve the dilemma by just sending cash or a check to your local sheriff's department. No. The scammer is going to claim that that's too slow and that you need to send payment by a quicker method, such as wiring the money through Western Union or by sending a prepaid gift or debit card loaded with the fine amount. A good scammer can use fear of this arrest to prompt victims to spend thousands of dollars. The scammer may be even bold enough to come back and say that the judge changed the fine amount and additional payments are required.
And that would be scary, Bob. It sounds as if someone's representing themselves as being someone official, that could be really scary. But what can folks do to avoid a scam like this?
Well, first of all, realize that if law enforcement has a warrant for your arrest, you're likely going to be the last person they're going to contact about it. They would just try and arrest you by surprise to avoid you fleeing the area. That's normal police tactics. Likewise, no legitimate law enforcement organization is going to be able to clear a warrant in exchange for a fine. In the United States, it's courts that issue the actual warrant that are the only entity that has the authority to cancel the warrant. Actual courts prefer to have fines paid off with cash or checks, and they would not likely accept methods such as Western Union or gift cards. Don't be afraid if you're approached by somebody that portrays themselves to be a law enforcement officer to be skeptical. As a real officer, if you asked him for his badge, he'd be willing to do so, show it to you. A fake officer can't do that. Also realize that this scam works with any law enforcement agency and that the call may come from somebody pretending to be a city police officer, a state police officer, or even a federal agent.
Bob, you give us such good warnings and advice. What should folks do if they feel that they have fallen prey to something like this?
Well, first of all, don't be a silent victim. Report any instances of people using the grand jury scam to the appropriate local police, sheriffs, or state police, or the Alabama Attorney General. Trust me, if somebody was portraying to be a local deputy sheriff, I'm pretty sure the local sheriff would want to know about that. Also, keep up to date on the latest frauds and scams by reviewing the AARP Fraud Watch Network website. Because these crooks change their tactics almost every day, you need to be researching it as well to keep ahead of them.
Great. Bob, thank you as always for coming in and helping us. And folks, we had some technical issues with this broadcast, so I want to thank Bob for his willingness to help and his good attitude with it. Again, we thank you for being here with us. And folks, what we're going to do to wind up is we're going to talk a little bit. I'll show you some things that we have upcoming with AARP Alabama. Thanks for joining us, and come back and see us soon.